Migraines, a quick fix and the real solution. So what are migraines? Migraines are a type of headache that is caused by a severe throbbing and pulsating pressure in the brain. Usually it's just on one side of the head, and often it comes along with nausea, vomiting, and extreme sensitivity to light and sound. So if you've had a migraine, you probably know what they are. They're a very serious problem, and they are worldwide, which kind of surprised me when I started doing this research. 10% worldwide have migraines. Most common, they are between the ages of 20 and 50, and women 3 times more than men. They did a large survey in America and found out that 17% of women have migraines and 5.6% of men. And this is a big financial burden on Americans. $78 billion spent every year. And if you've got chronic migraines, you can expect to spend $8,500 a year. And if it's just episodic, up to $2,000 per year on treatment and relief. In 1990, there was a very interesting discovery by a doctor. In treating migraine patients, here's what he discovered. At the onset, or aura, when you first notice those visual symptoms starting to come on, he gave his patients 500 to 600 milligrams of powdered ginger mixed with just plain water, and he found that it aborted the migraines within 30 minutes. And how often did that happen? On every occasion. Now that's pretty significant. Now that's just a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder, so it's not very much. Many years later, 2014, they did a double-blind randomized control study comparing ginger to somatotryptin, which is one of the more effective migraine medications, and the results were significant for the drug and significant for the ginger. In fact, people in the study rated the results as high to superior in 86% of the drug group and 88% of the ginger group. Now the difference is these migraine meds cost $3.7 billion a year. And ginger, how much does ginger cost? Almost nothing. 3,000 times cheaper than the drug. In fact, if you get a tablespoon of ginger powder, it can cost you about 12 cents, enough to treat you for a whole year or more. Well, let's look at the side effects. What's the difference in side effects of drugs versus ginger? What would you expect? Drugs going to have more side effects? Yeah. Drugs, 20% of the people had side effects. Ginger, 4% of the people had side effects. And what were those side effects? The drugs, people had dizziness, a sedative effect, vertigo, and heartburn. And how about the ginger group? 4% had dyspepsia, a little upset stomach. The drugs also had one small significant side effect in a small percentage of the people, and that was fatal cardiac effect. So they warned people in this study, great caution should hence be exercised in using this drug in both its oral and injectable forms, as our experience claims. Let's go back and look at the cause of migraines. Now really, they don't know exactly what causes migraines, and they know that lots of different things can be involved. But it's likely caused by a nerve that inflames the dura, spreading pain and changing the local blood flow in the brain. So here we've got the brain, there's the skull, and right underneath it you have the dura. And we have nerves and blood supply connecting to that appear to be affected. There are multiple triggers that can lead to a migraine as well. And if you've got migraines, you can usually narrow down that there are specific things that can affect your likelihood to have a migraine. So when I went through the list of things, look at this list of things that are known to affect this problem. The nervous system, the vascular system, inflammation, hormones, neurotransmitters, diet, and your gut microbiome. Your gut has a direct connection to the brain, and your bacteria in your gut communicate with the brain and can affect it in that way. Well, what does this sound like to you, class? It sounds like every system in your body can cause migraines. So the solution for migraines is to get each of these 7 systems working correctly, which is exactly what we do with the 7 systems plan. About 7 or 8 years ago, I had a patient come in with migraines, and he was a chiropractic patient. He came to get adjusted for his migraines, and that did offer him relief. But I kept telling Kurt, we got to get to the bottom of this. You need to fix your 7 systems. He had severe migraines. He was missing 5 days of work per month. He was afraid he was going to lose his job. And when he got a migraine, he was incapacitated. Finally, Kurt says, okay, what do I do? We did some testing on him. He started the 7 systems plan. And 90 days later, migraine-free for the whole rest of the time. He has not had migraine problems since because he fixed his 7 systems. And that's a real solution to almost all health problems. So for migraines, a quick fix, try a 1/4 or an 1/8 of a teaspoon of ginger in water at the aura. That's important to get it early. But the real solution is to fix your 7 systems. And if you want more information, check out the 7systemsplan.com.